I'm making a Portabello Parmesan pasta with marinara sauce and zucchini. I love portobellos and I had some on hand, so let's go. What you want to do is clean out the gills, use a spoon, use your hand, I don't care, or you could break it like I did, but just get it nice and clean because you're going to be putting stuff in there and you're going to fill it up with yummy, yummy goodness. Next, you're going to take a zucchini and cut off the top part and then slice it into like 1/2-inch circles. I also cut these into half moons later on, you will see, just so you know, but just FYI, you want to cut these in half, drizzle some olive oil in there. Let's get some of this awesome black garlic salt that my friend Anna gave me because she loves me. Love you, Anna. And I'm also putting in some fresh rosemary that I have at the top, and some salt and pepper and crushed red pepper, and I'm just mixing it up a little bit. I don't put a lot of crushed red pepper because I'm also going to be putting my homemade chili oil, which is really spicy, in the sauce itself, so I don't want to overpower everything with too much spice. But yeah, mix it up and look at how pretty those colors are. It smells amazing. I love the smell of olive oil and spices. I just want to dip some bread in here. Okay, so you're gonna take your portobello mushrooms and put some olive oil on both sides of these bad boys to get it ready, to get it seasoned, because you're gonna roast them. I'm so excited. I typically do the same every time because I'm basic. I put salt, parsley, basil, and pepper, and then add stuff accordingly to that way. It works really well. Just make sure whatever spices you do, you rub them in to make sure that they get through the porous mushroom. Then you want to take some basil and roll it up, get it ready to slice. All we're doing is doing a cut called a chiffonade. It's just something you learn in culinary school. You don't have to cut it this way, but it does make things look a little bit more elegant. So we're all about class here, so that's what we're doing. I recommend 2 or 3 sprinkles of Parmesan cheese, but do however much Parmesan cheese you want. I'm just kind of tossing this around with the basil, and I didn't cut enough basil, so here's some more cutting. And then you take some cheese, a few sprinkles, and mix it up with your fingers, get it prepared. I put a little bit more of this yummy black garlic salt because that's a nice flavor. I'm also going to add this bone marrow butter, which makes the dish not vegan or vegetarian, which you can change by just regular butter, then it'll be a vegetarian, or omitting any dairy products, and then it'll be vegan. But then I grated some Parmigiano on top because it's become one of my favorite cheeses, and it just tastes good on everything. And voila! You get these ready. Oh man, how did I forget? I also put some panko on top just to give that crispy, like, you know how chicken parmesan's kind of crispy? Well, we're gonna do that with the portobellos. You're gonna stick this in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 400 degrees. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I forgot to tell you that in the meantime, we're also boiling water and we're getting this pasta sauce ready while that stuff's baking. So I've got pasta cooking for about 9 minutes because once I let it finish boiling, I'm going to let it sit in the water for a bit just to ensure I've got that nice al dente that I like. Fun fact, al dente means to the teeth. There you go. Anyways, as you saw, I sliced up some fresh basil and put that in there. Now I'm taking a little bit of the pasta water to help thin out the sauce a little bit, and also saving some off to the side because I'm about to drain this pasta. Another thing that I added that isn't videoed here is the spicy olive oil that I've had for 3 months infusing with red pepper. It added a really nice spice to the sauce, and I definitely recommend making your own. Like just filling up a mason jar with some olive oil and some red pepper and just letting it sit there and shaking it every few days. It's the best. I also added some oregano, thyme. As you can see, there's nice spices bubbling up. And I took my portobellos and zucchini out of the oven, and I'm gonna add the zucchini to the sauce before I add the pasta in, just to get it nice and mixed up in there. I'm just adding zucchini to make this a little bit more hearty. Pasta is comfort food after all, and that's why I'm making this, because I want to sit on my couch and watch a movie and feel full off of a bowl of pasta noodles. I'm gonna let that cook for another 5 minutes or so before I toss the pasta in here. Toss in your spaghetti and stir it up. Let it cook at a low heat and get it all nice and mixed together. Alright, and now we're ready to plate. I've got panko breadcrumbs that I fried up in some olive oil. I did some more basil ribbons, and I've got Parmigiano. I'm gonna make this look as pretty as I can.
Clear my mind, yeah, blue skies. All this time I've been flying.